Simple, right? We all know how to deflate a balloon. Just now you saw that. So maybe we can call as a death of a balloon, death of a balloon. But then what was in the balloon? What was in the balloon is not destroyed. It has just simply leaked from the balloon, and where actually the balloon has taken that source of life force, or what do we call? I mean the air, जो इसमें जो हवा है, वो कहीं अस्तित्व से ही बलून के अंदर में थी, और जब बलून से वो निकली हमें ऐसा लगता है, ऐसा आभास होता है कि बलून की मृत्यु हो गई, लेकिन वो तो वापस अस्तित्व में चली गई जहाँ से बलून ने वो ली, इस गुब्बारे ने ली, right? So same is with us. If you look at any death, Buddha was asked about death, and he said, when you dismantle a chariot, जो रथ है, जब रथ के जब पहिए निकल जाएंगे, जब रथ के पहिए निकल जाएंगे और उसकी हर चीज़ जब अलग हो जाएगी तो क्या बचता है? कहते शून्य, कुछ नहीं, nothing. Yeah. So the balloon was somebody, and now it is nobody, because there is no identity of it. But then being nobody, it has become everybody, because if there has to be another balloon which needs to get inflated by the air, which is all pervading, then it's a new life. So what we are, if you ask me my perspective about this, about life, or what do we call it, spiritual life, my little understanding, being a spiritual kid who has taken a few baby steps on this path, is that from where we have come, from where we have gone, we have gone from this infinite and eternal existence, right? I mean, five elements, and maybe beyond that, whatever it is called, we have emerged from it, right? And then we have our own identity, we have social identity, conditioning, so on and so forth, isn't it? So one day, when the body will give up because of XYZ reason, then we will give all those elements which have taken from the existence. The existence is like an ocean, and we are like an individual wave, or maybe a drop, whatever you call it. So when the drop or the wave goes back to the ocean, there is no death of ocean, there is no death of wave or that drop. It becomes an ocean, isn't it? Yeah. That's how it is. So even in Upanishads, it said, there are two birds. If you recall, Deepak Chopra's one book, 7 Laws of Spiritual Success, or something like, I had read long back. So the cover page is like two birds on a branch of a tree. One bird stands still, it's at absolute peace, absolutely stable, no movement. It's just a watcher, just a witness. And another bird on the branch, it's doing all kinds of actions, making nest, going out for getting food, and so on and so forth. All kinds of livelihood activities. But the another bird is just watching, just an observer. No judgment, no right or wrong. It's just non-judgmental observation. So if you ask me, this activity of balloon, whatever the examples we just mentioned about, if you ask me, that we always have a choice. We always have a choice. Be with that eternal bird, infinite bird, being just an observer, or sakshi bhav, whatever we call it, a witness, pure witness. What Jiddu Krishnamurti says is this, this ability to snap your mind and being an observer of the observed, that observed being conditioned observed, right? That observer, which we understand, the observer, but it actually becomes observed because it is so-called conditioned observed. And beyond that, from where we are observing, there is no observer person, and there is no person. It's just observation. Anyways, whatever the way, you click to the truth of life. So we are two birds in ourselves. We may call it dvait. Yeah, that's fine. Dichotomy. It's fine. No problem. It's okay. No problem. First, let's accept this. So one bird, as an identity of this body, soul, mind, heart identity, this form, this living form, is supposed to perform all those activities, right? Social life, personal life, professional life, whatever we call it, that's fine. Yeah. But the thing is, if you start considering, if you just start accepting, we become get blinded, that we are only this birth, only this identity, then this is actually being ignorant. Being ignorant. So the wisdom lies when we understand that, whatever the life force we have, that life force is eternal and infinite. That's that another word. So we need to swap ourselves. Swapping ourselves in the sense we need to get into that word as well sometimes. That is called meditation. If you ask me what is meditation, the self has been doing meditation since more than 25 years now. Meditation is being in self with yourself, that higher self, this word, which is unbiased, non-judgmental observer within yourself. You call it super consciousness. You call it Chaitanya, Satchidanand, Sakshi, whatever you call it. It's basically, it would be better to not to call by any name, but just just get a feel of it. I don't know when feeling is the right word or something like knowingness, this observation. So the moment when you get into that is a real meditation. So then you know that you are two birds in one. So what is the benefit of it? The benefit is this form, the another bird which is performing all the activities will not get stressed to the extent that it will become violent again to the extent that starts killing people and start creating an environment of violence and hate. No, it's an absolute peace, because he knows that I have certain limitation, but my origin, my genesis, my true nature, where I have come, is that bird. I'm just a wave, I'm just a drop, but actually I am that ocean. I'm that ocean. So this is what is wisdom, if you ask me, in my understanding. So wish you all again a very happy Makar Sankranti, because it signifies, it's a wonderful day today, because we are making a shift, a paradigm shift. It's not just the sun god making shift from southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere, getting into what we call is Uttarayan. The 6 months will be of enlightenment, and early 6 months were like purification. These are just significances. These are the indications to every living being, we all, that it's high time, it's imperative to know this fact. And let's be the love and light. Let's be the divine presence. So let's make a leap from the person to the presence. The presence, the divine presence, all pervading, eternal, infinite presence. Thank you very much.